archaeology. Get out of there, Dan.
All right, we're live.
Hey,
Yo.
how's it going?
Welcome to You Call Us Archaeology.
Did we do this last week? We didn't do this last week. We're still
No.
on kind of every 2 weeks, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in New York last week. That's right. With zero cell service or internet. It wasn't even a possibility to do this last week. Yeah. And I got it. Richie, I think he was trying to tell me not to, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it out and draw attention to myself. But I feel like my nose is 8 times the size it normally is because it's completely swollen up. Actually, I wore sunglasses all the way. Rachel and I were walking around yesterday downtown. They had this whole blues thing going on.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, damn
It was
it.
pretty good. Actually, side note, Vanilla Ice played like on one of the street stages Friday night.
Really?
50-year-old Vanilla Ice. Yeah. So, anyway.
Man, that's what I get for not living, like, right in downtown.
I know, we couldn't hear him from our balcony. We didn't walk down Friday night after he was gone. I was kind of surprised we couldn't hear him. I don't know what he was doing, but I was just waiting to hear dun 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 from our balcony. But anyway, yeah, I caught a...
Guess he's gotten over his anger management issues?
Apparently, yeah. I don't know. So anyway, I had a cold last week and this whole last week, and now my nose is all infected, so it looks all ridiculous. But with these frame rates we're getting, you probably can't even tell. Maybe you can. I don't know. Here, I'll put the microphone in front of it so nobody can see it. Anyway, so yeah, that's Vanilla Ice. Do you know he had a like a home improvement show?
No?
On TV, like on DIY Network or something like that?
Really?
Yeah, if anybody listening to this knows, put it in the comments. I don't...
wait, that was what he was doing afterwards, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, like, afterwards. He's maintained playing. Like, he's always been performing.
Really?
Yeah, from what I understand. Like, not big stuff. I don't think he's selling out, 50,000-seat arenas anymore. Especially since he's playing, like, on the street in Reno on a Friday night.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, God, that's interesting that you did that Friday, because I did something else. I did something Thursday. I went to, oh, God, what was it? Taming of the Shrew.
Taming of the Shrew?
Yeah,
like a play somewhere?
Yeah, it's right down the street from you. It's,
Oh, at that Berkstra Theater or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. How was it?
It was pretty good. It was like a musical.
Nice. Now, was it... That theater always seems to me like it's a little bit hipstery, and it's a little bit...
oh, it's definitely hipster.
Yeah, it's a little bit, modern. So, was it, like, legit Taming of the Shrew, or was it a modern reconception of it?
Oh, well, it's definitely a modern reconception.
Yeah, so it wasn't, like, legit Taming of the Shrew. It was the Taming of the Shrew theme, so I'm interested to see, like...
It was actually also a part musical.
Ah, well, there you go. So, but they did a good job at it?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah. Nice.
Wait. Oh,
that's pretty cool. I always wanted to go to a play down there or something, but I never have.
Oh,
so,
you know what I gotten used to in Windows? When you have two Chrome windows open, it shows you both of them, so you can tab on both of them.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I don't know what's going on. Like, give me.
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
Oh, just in case we wanted to go, show them anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was
nice.
Wow, that was a very rambly intro.
Yeah, but aren't they all? Actually.
Oh my God! You know what else is in town?
What's that?
The rodeo.
I know. They actually from what I understand, they actually bring cattle from outside Reno and down in through the streets somewhere. Not downtown.
No.
But down to the rodeo area there.
Well, I know this because yesterday I went to go to my favorite barbecue place, and half their staff is there, so they close at 5.
Oh, jeez. Half their staff is at the rodeo?
Yeah, and the other barbecue place I like in town isn't open at all.
Yeah. Reno has, well, it's hard to quantify. Reno has definitely, at least 3 events that they're known worldwide for. One of them's the Reno Rodeo. Like, people come from around all over the place to come to this Reno Rodeo. It's like a week-long event thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or longer? Yeah.
No, it's longer.
Yeah, and then there's Hot August Nights, which takes 2 weeks total. We just had another mini Hot August Nights a couple weeks ago. And then the Reno Air Races.
Oh, thank God. I thought you would say Burning Man.
Well, I would say Burning Man, but it's not in Reno. So,
Well, it's like last night I was at a bar, and a couple of French tourists came up and were surprised that a bar was closing at midnight, and we're to get smokes. And I'm like, oh, the birders are here already.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh my God. I feel like we've done a lot in 2 weeks. Too much to talk about.
Right. We had an odd comment from Stone Art of Ancient Oregon. I don't think this is the right place to post that, but thanks.
Really? What is it?
Yeah, it says over 1,000 artifacts collected for 20 years have been posted. Please study the evidence of a previously lost population. Okay, well, thanks for that.
Interesting.
We'll take a look at it. I don't know what they mean by that. But, yeah.
Wait, what was it?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Last night I was at a bar. I was having a drink. And actually, I went to 2 bars and had a couple different kinds of drinks.
Should also try to
Oh,
flatten your mic out.
you think so?
Well, you're, no, like, here, we're going to make a little adjustment here live on camera. Let's do this and then bring your shock mount forward like that. Because it's in your face.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It only matters for the webcam, but for my other camera's high enough.
Yeah, your other camera's higher enough, yeah, but for this one, like, all I can see is your half of your face, quarter of it, so.
I don't know why. I was thinking, wow, science-based comedy. Like, have there ever been any comics who, like, have done that?
Oh, yeah. I've heard plenty of comics. Well, I wouldn't say plenty, but I've heard a number of comics that were science and skepticism and things like that, having that as part of their humor. It's really hard, though, because, you got to get it right.
Interesting.
It's funny you mentioned that now because I can't remember if we mentioned it on this show or not, but we did our first, we call it the funny thing about science show here, and Richie came to it.
That's what gave me the idea.
Yeah, it was on June 1st, and it was right here behind me at the main studio of the Reno Collective, and we had a small audience, which is what we wanted, just the right number of people, and we ended up doing like an 1.5 hour long show with questions and some stand up at the end. And if you want to hear that, go over to arcpodnet.com /archaeology, and it's the latest episode of the Archaeology show. I just dropped all the audio,
Really?
unedited and uncensored on that feed. So check that out. It's
where is it?
Right there, TAS. Just click on it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. So it's the very latest episode,
Wait,
episode
if I
44.
click on that, will it take me? It'll take me
you to the page. Yeah. Episode 44, and you can hear it. And I put the explicit tag on it. I put a warning up on the page.
Yeah.
That there's, because we don't censor our language in that. We said it was a 21 and over show.
Oh.
There's, we're drinking. There's wine and beer, stuff like that. And we don't normally do that kind of stuff on most of our podcasts for the APN. So I wanted to have those warnings in case people, had that situation going on. So, yeah, definitely check it out though. It's funny and it's informative. We talk about archaeology. We talk about people picking stuff up and why that's bad. Because that happens a lot here in Nevada because people just go out in the middle of nowhere and find stuff, and why you really shouldn't do that. So
it depends though, because I feel like that's like the fact that you couldn't give her a concise explanation of why she shouldn't collect stuff is the reason why archaeologists are bad at explaining anything.
Well, I think I gave her a pretty decent explanation, honestly. There's no one answer, though. That's the problem. Well, not really. I can't just say don't do it because I don't want you to. That's as bad as a parent saying don't do it because I said so. So I had to give her the multiple answers. Because for people, you have to give them the legal answer. It's basically illegal. That's the don't do it because I said so. The government's saying so. It's illegal on public land to pick stuff up and put it in your pocket. That is a cultural artifact of somebody else's heritage. It's illegal to do that. So, but it's also, there's ethical concerns. And that's why I had to give her a multifaceted answer, because I had to give her the legal reasons first. But then also it's like, just be a decent human. Just think about it. You have a phone in your pocket. It's not yours. So just leave it there. Don't concern yourself with the fact that the next person that comes along will probably put it in their pocket. Why do you need to collect things,
Well, why do we need to separate children from their parents at the border,
Oh my
and
God.
then people are like celebrating about that?
So that's where we're going with this?
Yes. It's like, there's no such thing as a good human anymore.
I know.
As far as I'm concerned.
There are no good humans. You're totally right. Yep. Yeah, so anyway, it was a fun show, and I hope to do another one soon. We don't have one planned right now. I just have been sick and traveling and just haven't had the brain power to figure it out. But I think I know who I want to ask. And if I get to ask him, well, I'm not going to say it because I haven't asked him yet.
Oh.
But if I do get to do it, he's a I think he's a molecular biologist. Yeah, which I know very little about, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, if we get to. Like I said, I haven't even asked him yet, and I don't really actually know him. I know somebody who knows him, so I got to find out. But he's local, and also he started getting into local politics too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I want to talk to him about it and see if he'll come on and do it. So.
Oh, speaking of local politics, I was driving by. What was Plato's Closet the other day?
Yeah.
I realized now a church.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I did not know that.
And why is that, speaking of local politics, Richie? For people that are worldwide listening to this show?
Oh, because the mayor used to own a clothing shop. What was that, a used clothing store?
That's a franchise.
Oh, is it?
Plato's Closet is.
Wow,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
From what I understand, that's what she owned.
Wow.
Yeah. So, don't quote me on that. That's what I heard her say. Maybe she was saying she owned the clothing store that became Plato's Closet, or I don't know. I think she owned a Plato's Closet, though.
Before I forget, did you get to vote?
I did.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I went to my polling place, and I guess because there were so few people, they closed early.
Oh, geez. There was nobody when we walked in. I'm glad they didn't close early, because we got there like 20 minutes before 7.
Well, but yours is also the library. Mine was a gym, and it was back to being a gym.
You know, they're not supposed to close early. It doesn't matter.
Well, either that or someone gave me the incorrect information, because someone told me literally it's at the gym,
Yeah.
Like the gym, like down the street. I was like, all right, I'll walk on over.
You know, something about voting, I don't know, I guess, I'll be honest, I haven't voted it's been a long time since I voted in a primary election.
Wait, you didn't even vote for the last president?
No, I didn't. Something happened and we weren't able to do it. I can't remember what the deal was, but for the primary for the last presidential primary, we weren't able to vote in it. It just didn't work for some reason. But I almost never have, and there's no reason for it. I'm just lazy, probably. But I intended to do the last presidential one, and just like I said, just something went wrong, and I can't remember what it was. But either way, I remember it was a while ago. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was a while ago that I changed my political affiliation to nonpartisan.
Oh.
Yeah, so what I didn't realize, there was a few people on the Democratic side that I wanted to vote for, but because I'm nonpartisan, I wasn't able to do it. They didn't show up. You can only vote in the primary for the party that you are affiliated with. So if you affiliate with the Republican Party, when you turn on that screen, you're only going to see Republican and nonpartisan candidates, because you can vote nonpartisan as well. I think.
Interesting.
And if you're Democrat, then you'll see Democrat. And in fact, the screen even turns blue, if I'm not mistaken, because the nonpartisan one was gray.
Yeah.
So I could only vote for Reno mayor, and I think the Washoe County sheriff, and I think 3 other positions, because everything else was along party lines.
Wait, who'd you vote for?
For mayor?
Yeah.
I voted for Hillary Sheevy again.
Oh, I wouldn't have voted for her.
Well, just given the options, and given the fact that I've met her a couple times now, I really appreciated her just attitude. I really liked it. I really liked her attitude when I met her the first time. About a month ago, and I liked her reasons for wanting to become mayor. She's not interested in politics. She's never interested in power or anything like that. She was just trying to start that business and trying to do it in what Reno now calls Midtown, but didn't at the time. It was not like a district that we have. It was a cesspool wasteland, which it kind of still is, and it's just becoming not that, it still doesn't have a good sidewalk. You can't walk down that damn place and not fall off the street or trip on something.
Oh, they're working on it, though.
They're working on it, so it's coming along. But the point is, she was having so much trouble, and then talking to other business owners, having so much trouble with the city and red tape and all this stuff. She's like, and I appreciate this, because I'm kind of the same way. She's like, fuck it, I'm going to run for mayor. She didn't run for anything else. She's like, I'm going to run for mayor, fuck it. And just became mayor. And now she's trying to solve those problems. And that's the kind of attitude that I appreciate. I don't think she ever wants to be president. Maybe she does. Who knows? But
then why does Jacobs Entertainment own half of downtown?
Is that her fault?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if it's her fault or not. But you can't. Sure, mayors are gonna. Any politician is gonna make a ton of mistakes. But
wait, is this what you were talking about? Alvarado Barbecue Brews and Blues?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Wait.
But they closed down all of Virginia. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still going on today or not. I don't think it is.
It's not?
I don't. A lot of the stuff was taken down when I looked out the balcony this morning.
Damn it.
So yeah,
All right,
who knows?
then that's pointless.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh man.
But anyway, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. What else you got?
Well, I was just thinking, man, it's interesting. I didn't even, like, everyone apparently is still convinced that the old family that used to own the sands is the one that still owns the sands. I was talking to an architect, like, what was it, Thursday or something. He's like, and he named the family, God. Oh my God, the family that owns Terribles.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and like, he's the second person who referenced that same family. I'm like, but no. And then I couldn't think of the family who actually owns it now and who's, like, owns listed downtown now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, which is now Jacob's Entertainment. I probably shouldn't say that. They're going to strike me down.
I doubt it. I doubt they listen to this show. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. So, what do you got? What do you got on the archaeology front? You got any job prospects?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking into it.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I am actually going to go in, wait, what is today? It depends. I'm actually going to take the spark plugs out of my car today, so we'll see if it starts. Well, it's because I've been doing a one step at a time tune-up on it.
Yeah.
So when we were going to M-Shot Tuesday, the first thing I did when I got up was slap in a new air filter. And now it smells a lot better. And now new spark plugs.
Okay.
Which originally was supposed to be, like, not that expensive because spark plugs are like, I don't know what they are. They're like, what, $5 for a pack?
Something like that, yeah.
But then I tore my apartment apart yesterday looking for my torque wrench and couldn't find it, so I had to spend. So now it's like $50. I'm $50 in, so I gotta do it.
Yeah.
But you know, I thought was interesting, speaking of archaeology, it's like, the last time I got an archaeology 3 years ago, one of the first things I stopped doing was, like, going out on weekends and, like, hitting up bars and stuff. And now I find that I'm just, like, doing it again. Not stopping going to bars, but, going out. Which is, and I have a completely different perspective, just like I have a different perspective on the job.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm not as bitter.
Yeah.
I used to go out to a bar and just be like, just slump down, and if someone was there, like I worked with, we'd all be gossiping and doing the whole, this job sucks and that person sucks, and the site should have been done this way stuff.
Right.
Now I'm just like, whatever.
Well, that's good.
And more importantly, there are a lot of better bars near here. Like,
There's
a
quite
lot of
few.
them.
Well, that goes down to the whole Midtown thing, too.
And there's a pizza place that's down the street from here that's open till 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of cool things going on in Reno. You know, a lot of neat things just building up, and you're right in the thick of it.
Oh my God! As long as they don't raise my rent too much. Although of course I say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I did learn? Now that no one's gonna be able to follow this at all, but I was I kept riding by this place next to Brewer's Cabinet, and I thought it was a different bar. That's actually like it's actually like an extra edition.
Oh, that little brewery kind of place right next to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize it. So it's crazy, but you can still order food and everything there.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I haven't been in there yet.
The only thing is, it's not a problem for the people eating there, but the problem for the servers, in that everything you order there is still cooked at the Brewer's Cabinet, and then they have to go through the basement, pop up, and bring your food over to there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Who knows they even had an underground tunnel?
It's interesting. I almost wanted to go there today for the tater tots. Everyone keeps telling me the tater tots are really good.
They're so amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. They're not even tater tots. Like, I don't even understand them. They're like deep fried potato balls that are enormous.
Yeah?
Floating in like nacho cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they crack like they like put a fried egg over the top of it.
Really?
And and like I don't know, some other stuff in the sauce, but I mean it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever had. It's delicious.
I might actually do that today.
Yeah. It's a meal into itself.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean unless you've got like 5 people there eating it with you. Like, even if it's just 2 people, like, if my wife and I go there and we get that for an appetizer, like, we're taking the rest of our meal home. Like, it's just too much.
That's why I like that new annex, because it feels more like a bar, and therefore I feel it's more conducive to me going in and just ordering an appetizer.
Yeah, yeah.
When I go to the actual Brewer's Cabinet, I feel like this is a restaurant.
A little more restaurant-y, yeah.
Yeah, I should order something, like an actual meal. That's why I never go in.
Well, we've taken to just because most of these places, restaurants these days, they give you so much food. And Rachel and I, we like to have an appetizer,
Yeah.
But every time we get like an appetizer and something like that, and then we each get a meal, she'll eat like a quarter of her meal. I'll eat like half or more of it because I'll eat a little more than she does, and then we'll take most of it home, which isn't bad, but it still ends up being like a $50 bill, right? So, especially if you get a drink or something like that. So just in an effort to like save money and not be so wasteful and things like that, we've taken to sharing an appetizer and sharing a meal.
Ooh.
And then we eat all of it, and then we don't take anything home. And then, a whole meal for two of us, which we're both satisfied and full, costs us $25.
No, that's not bad.
Which isn't terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, you're in a different part of town where there's like a lot of bars and restaurants too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you been to that? What was it? Oh God, our bar.
Well, I've been down there before.
Yeah. They have the burger and like beer. And, and was it a burger, beer, and a shot for like what, $10?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had that, but I definitely had their burgers. They're pretty good. There's a Burger Me opening across the street from them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
It's like a chain burger restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not open yet. We just walked by there yesterday. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I know the space you're talking about.
Yeah, right next to Java Jungle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, that thing's been closed forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember there anything ever being there. So yeah. Can we make this a little less Reno-centric now? Do you got anything else?
Oh, that's true.
For people that might be listening?
Well, it's interesting. Let me show people. Because you saw this watch right after I bought it.
Yeah, your Citizen watch.
Yeah, but I put it on a much more comfortable strap.
Yeah, looks nice.
Because when I first went out for a run Monday, it was really hot. And a leather strap is not very comfortable.
No. Is that like a nylon strap?
Yeah, it's in the military one, so that way, even if one of the little bars breaks, it'll still stay strapped to my wrist.
Oh, nice.
But, I was thinking about it the other day. I was thinking, why didn't I go with a Citizen instead of my Seiko? And then I realized it's because in the past 10 years, eco drives have gotten a lot cheaper. Because I remember the first ones I looked at were not cheap.
No, they've come way down. Yeah.
Like, this one was less than $150.
It's a good watch for archaeologists, too, because it's durable. It's, you can bang it on shit.
And for people who don't know what the eco drive means, it's solar powered.
Basically, but not just solar, it's light powered.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's charging off of pretty much all light, in different rates, but it only needs to trickle charge occasionally because the watch uses so little power anyway. The only thing they say is don't put it in a drawer for the week,
Oh, that's true. Although I was reading the owner's manual, supposedly as soon as it gets a full charge, which is why I've been wearing it all week, it's got a 7-month power reserve or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Not that I'm going to do that. I'm just going to keep it someplace under a lamp or something.
Yeah.
But people out there who are not familiar with archaeology may not realize why you need an actual wristwatch.
Yeah, I mean, you always need to know the time.
Because how many crew chiefs have you been with who actually, they forget time, and suddenly it's like 3 o'clock and you haven't had lunch, and it's like, or a break.
I am very conscious of those things, but you're right. Most crew chiefs are not. Most crew chiefs are just whatever.
And some crew chiefs get really angry when you check the time, or when you look at your phone. That's the other thing. Like some people are normal people are like, I'll just look at my phone. But some crew chiefs will go crazy on you if they see you whipping out your phone.
Yeah, they're insane. Yeah.
Like I know at least one person here in town who does not allow you to look at your phone when you're working.
Which is not something you can legally tell people to do.
Yeah, but you can be super mean to them.
Sure, you can be a dick, but it doesn't mean that they can't allow it. That's just stupid. But I'm surprised at how loose you wear that watch. Actually, I have to wear my watch tight. I can't stand it when it's loose.
Well, it's because I threw it on this morning and was not up yet. So normally I do wear it slightly tighter, especially since the way this band work, it actually, as you wear it through the day, it actually gets looser.
Yeah, the nylon bands are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, let me change that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, before I forget. I probably shouldn't be doing this right now, but whatever.
We're not even on that screen.
Aha.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
You bringing up Brewer's Cabinet for all to see?
Yes.
My God.
Oh, darn it. Oh, that's it, isn't it?
I don't know. You might want to that's the meatball. Transition that over so people can see it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Haha.
You gotta check out the meatballs. You gotta go back.
Oh, wait, where?
Just go back a picture. Yeah, that's the not meatballs. What did I say?
Wait. Oh,
Tater
that's
tots.
oh, that's the tater
That's
tots.
the tater tots.
Oh, you confused me for a second. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was like, wait a second.
That's like a homemade ketchup or something that's on there too.
Really?
And then an egg, and then it's sitting in a vat of cheese. And that bowl is like 12 inches across.
Really?
It's no joke. Yeah, the bowl's enormous. Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe not 12 inches, but it's big.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
where's the annex? Oh, darn it.
Just from a pure calorie standpoint, that thing has got to be like 2,000 calories by itself.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
See, and that's their new thing.
Yeah. A new little tap room, it says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I literally was just biking by it the other night, and they're like, "Oh, we just closed the kitchen." I'm like, "You guys have a
Nice.
kitchen?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah." The only thing is, I don't think they serve alcohol there. You can only get the beer there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's very location specific in terms of where you can get your whatchamacallit.
Right, right.
Because I know there was a bar here in town. They're no longer open, so I can maybe mention the name. It was called Wolf's Den. And one of their other bars had obviously had a liquor license, but they got caught serving underage kids because they were literally right across from UNR.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mentioned they served underage kids every single day. Didn't know it. Yeah.
Oh, before I forget, also, people often wonder why an analog watch.
Yeah.
And for me, it's because we were talking about this the other day. It's because I can just like do a little glance and tell what time it is. Like I know it's like roughly noonish.
Yeah.
Whereas with a digital watch, because I've got plenty of digital watches sitting around, you actually have to look at it. And I don't want to look rude sometimes.
Yeah, I just don't care anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you got the Apple Watch.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, if I do care, I'll just like lightly tap on it, so somebody doesn't know what I'm doing. I'll just tap on it and just take a glance at the time, But
Oh, you know what's interesting? Even though it's not available in America yet because it's sold out, Seiko actually, obviously you probably had Timexes and Casios where you hit the button and it gets super bright.
yeah,
Well, Seiko is the first one who figured out just how instead of having a button, just tap the screen, just like an iPhone or an iWatch,
Oh, yeah.
an Apple Watch,
Nice.
and have it light up. Which thought, oh my God,
yeah,
that's such a smart idea.
it's brilliant. Yeah,
Unfortunately, God, I wish I could show it to them. It's a really cool looking watch.
right. I think just going back real quick to the
Yeah.
whole being rude thing about looking at your watch. I think that culture needs to shift. I think it needs to turn out to now it's rude if you say, "Oh, am I keeping you?" or
Yes.
"Do you have to go?" or something like that. Just know that people are going to look at their watch because people are busy, and if I look at my watch while you're talking to me, and it's time for me to go, I'll let you know that it's time for me to go. You don't have to call it out and stop the conversation and say, "Oh, do you need to go somewhere? Do you need to do something?" Like if I need to, I will. Like I feel it's rude when people ask me that. When people tell me. When they call out the fact that I just looked at my watch, I mean, it's probably for an email or a notification or something, and I just glanced at it, just get over it. Just keep talking, and when I'm ready for you to stop talking, I will let you know.
I was looking at, but then someone in the review rightly pointed out, it's like, because I was looking at some of those hybrid smartwatches that supposedly have an analog face, but then they show you like notifications. Someone's like, well, but then you need to look at the manual to understand what the things are because
Yeah, the symbols.
yeah. Because or sometimes it's like the hand points to like this thing or that thing or
Right.
whatever. Oh, darn it. I hate it when that happens. But that's the what? Wait. Oh, what happened?
You went in the corner. Just pull the mouse back out of the corner.
Oh,
There.
good. Wait, which corner?
The top left corner.
Oh, interesting. By the way, I just wanted to show that off because I thought they were super cool. Even though that looks like a smartwatch, it is not.
Right.
I want the middle one. Honestly.
I don't know. Just looks like a digital watch to me. Doesn't look like a smartwatch.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Because it's got the if you look closely, it's actually got the little battery indicator at the bottom. It's solar powered and it's got world time.
Nice.
I don't know. It's interesting because I've been looking at smartwatches so much lately, but they're getting closer. But they're just not. I don't feel like they're field watches yet.
I've done tens of thousands of acres with my Apple Watch and I love it.
Yeah, but then you're not camping, are you?
Yeah.
Really?
I've been camping.
Interesting.
I've been camping with it. I mean, I've got a single 30,000 milliamp battery that we never camp for more than 10 days at a time. And that will charge my watch up every single night. And the watch only takes like an hour and a half to charge. And it will last an entire 24 hours on a single charge.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's not the end of the world.
Interesting, because I was
Yeah.
thinking, I feel a little old-fashioned that way, because I feel like, when I want to go, my basic rule is if I'm going to go camping on a camping project for like 3 months and not go home, will this watch work? And that's the reason why I ended up with this.
Yeah, I mean, the only things you got to watch when you've got, like, let's say you do have an Apple Watch or one of the other, smartwatches out there that are dedicated smartwatches. The only thing you got to be careful of is, like when we were doing big, long projects and stuff like that, when we're doing survey all day, I like to have really solid metrics for when I'm doing survey, like workout type metrics.
Oh.
So I'll actually run a workout on this during the day. But that will tank the battery. And the first time I ever did that, I got my first Apple Watch when we were on the El Centro project. Yeah, together. And that was, not only was it hot, which also tanks batteries, but I was trying to run workouts all day, and the Series 1 Apple Watch would not last 24 hours on a charge.
Really?
And actually, it would last, if you were running a workout, it would run about a 5 or 6 hour workout, and that's it, dead. Because it's constantly checking your heart rate when it does that, and that takes a lot of battery power.
Yeah.
So, this Series 3, though, this will run an all-day workout, and then still have plenty of battery power left for the rest of the day. But you're going to need a full charge on it, in the evening.
And more importantly, it still keeps giving you notifications, I assume.
Yeah, it still keeps doing everything else.
Because that's one thing I've noticed with a lot of Fitbit people. They turn off, they basically only use it as a fitness tracker. They disconnect it from their phone.
Yeah. Well, and if you do that, like, let's say you go camping. If you're on a camping project and you don't have phone service, and you're just using it as a watch, put the thing in airplane mode so it's not constantly looking for Wi-Fi, or in my case, cell service, because this has a cell antenna. Make sure it's not looking for those things, and you just, like, made your battery life last, like, 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what tanks the battery. And constantly looking for notifications and pinging your iPhone, that's what takes the battery down. But if you just turn all that off because you're camping, my God, your battery will last 2, 3, 4 days, even if you're running a workout every day.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's phenomenal how good they are now.
Well, because I am definitely, if my next project ever starts at any point, I'm definitely going to go for that Fitbit watch that I've been looking at.
Those last even longer, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, this one's like the hybrid, is like part smartwatch, so it's not a full fitness tracker. But the only thing I cared about was the fact that it's the cheapest Android compatible watch that uses a whatchamacallit that has NFC. And for people who don't know what that is, that's like when you go to a pay station.
Stands for near field communications.
Yeah, because I've got it on my phone, but I still have to whip up my phone. I still got to unlock it. I have to open up the pay app, and then I have to tap it. Yeah. Which means, sometimes I can do that fast enough, like I'm standing in line long enough, but sometimes I'll get to the front of a line, and I'll be holding everyone up, trying to get everything running. Whereas, it's not as automatic as the Apple Watch, where I assume once you get near a pay reader, it's just, like, works?
No.
Oh, really?
No. Otherwise, you'd have people running around with credit card readers just, like, scanning people's wrists.
Oh, well, wait. How does it work with the Apple Watch, then?
Well, first off, if it comes off your wrist at all, you have to put in your passcode to unlock it again.
Oh,
so if somebody were to rip it off your wrist, it's not just going to work. Even if this is another reason I keep it tight, because if I keep it too loose, and that sensor that's down on the bottom comes off my wrist for too long, it will just lock itself. So you can unlock it two ways. You either punch in the passcode up here, or once it's connected to your phone, the minute I unlock my phone, like with my Face ID, like I just did, now it unlocks my watch. But to do the pay, I just tap on this button down here, and now I have a card up. Now, when I put this near an NFC device, it'll charge the card.
Oh, that's just the way. That's the same way the Fitbit I was looking at works.
Yeah, they have to have some sort of active button pressing thing like that, because otherwise, like I said, people would just go around with a thing that's just like, here, give me your money.
Oh, I did not think about that.
Yeah, totally. Like those little square readers that are Bluetooth.
Yeah,
I've got one of those. Yeah, and if I just had my Square thing hooked up to my phone, and I just said charge $50, and I'm just walking around waiting for somebody's NFC to pick up, bam, done. You just gave me $50.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they've got to have an active participation in that, from the user. So when I do it on my phone, it's I double click the side button, and then I get this, but I also need Face ID to activate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, if you don't have a Face ID phone, then it requires your fingerprint, or a passcode, or something like that. But, it's the same thing for the phone. It doesn't just work.
Oh, by the way, now that I'm thinking about the Apple 10, have you been watching any of the tech blogs the past week?
Regarding what specifically, though?
Oh, well, there was a company circulating a cell phone, what they called a prototype, but then they decided to put it in actual production. And it's essentially, it's a full screen, no notch, and under glass fingerprint reader.
Mm-hmm.
And they managed to, and unfortunately, they put the camera, because that's a full glass screen with no notch.
Yeah.
The camera kind of like has a little motorized thing.
Oh, it just comes up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's going to fail.
Well, it depends. I mean, they literally just introduced it.
That's going to fail hard, though. And how water resistant could it be?
Oh, I don't know.
A little
actually.
motor in there, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Actually,
Yeah.
all I know is that literally all the tech blogs, all the YouTube channels have literally been testing it.
I mean, who makes it?
A company that an engineering company that normally does normally makes stuff for OEMs.
Okay.
They call themselves NEX, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't really stand for anything. It's just something like they came up with, like, have us manufacture your phones.
Right.
Sort of thing.
That's crazy. I've been sick all week, so I haven't been paying attention to anything.
Oh, you know what else I learned? The most popular selling monitor on Amazon, apparently, it's the same monitor that they use for IMAX. They just repackaged it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it's like $100.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's literally the same one in your iMac. It just comes in a really cheesy, thing.
Nice.
Because it's like the tech channel I was following. They actually looked at the part number and they entered it in the Amazon, and it's like apparently it's a replacement screen for your iMac.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, I only mention that because just in case anyone wants to look up HP monitors on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's probably not very archaeological, but I don't care.
No, we should probably switch off the watches too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Ha. Oh, almost forgot.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool watch, though.
No, it is a cool watch. Yeah, I like the colors on it. There.
Well, my regular watch, the one that's in the shop, is kind of like the middle one, or at least it used to be before it got faded.
Nice.
I think it's interesting. Like, everyone, when I was out, last month, everyone was like, my God, is that gear from the Vietnam War? And blah, blah, blah. Because, they're talking about my vest. I don't have a picture of my vest, but the thing is that I was saying, no. It just used to be this color.
Yeah.
Because I was pointing out, because I had to do a hydration pack attached to it. For people who can't picture it, it's basically looks like a like body armor, but there's no plates in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's I'm trying to get people to visualize it, but basically I have all my little pouches. That way I never have to take I either don't need my backpack or I don't have to take it off.
Right.
When I'm recording. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah. It's a good vest.
Yeah, but more importantly, it's like I was thinking, man, all my gear has gotten really worn in.
I use my and you're right, and that's good though. For gear to get worn in, because it means it's valuable and useful.
Yeah.
I use my my reflective vest in a similar way. I just carry what I need with me. And this day and age, with the tablet, I don't really need a lot with me. I don't need my clipboard or anything like that. And I'm getting real close to just looking for a solution where I don't even need my backpack, quite frankly, because the only thing that's in my backpack is water and food.
Yeah, same with me.
And a first aid kit, if I'm the crew chief or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the hell? I don't even need this big ass backpack.
Yeah.
Why am I carrying it around?
Oh, and apparently I don't need that face breathing mask to do CPR anymore. That's one thing I learned at M-Shop.
Yeah, well. Right. So we're going to take that tangent. So they said at our mine safety and health training class in the first aid section that it's recommended now that that breathing, doing the breathing portion of CPR is no longer necessarily recommended. Just do the chest compressions until somebody else arrives. But I did I renewed my CPR recently.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and the guy no, that's not wrong. But the guy that taught it is he's a high quality CPR instructor. He's in my Civil Air Patrol squadron. And he knows what he's talking about. He's been around for a while. He says one of the main reasons they say that is because everyone gets the breathing wrong.
Oh.
You're more likely to just mess it up. So if you know how to do the breathing, I would suggest do the breathing.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you've got your face thing and you're comfortable doing it, it's not somebody who's.
But they change the ratio every year. What's the current ratio?
I think it's still 30 and 2. 20,
really?
20 2 breaths and then 30 compressions. 2 breaths, 30 compressions.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you have to do the dummy and everything?
Oh yeah, full on dummy action.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep.
I need to get mine renewed at some point.
Well, we had to do. It was also AED certification. Have you ever done the AED portion?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing you never see in the field. I think archaeologists. I think there should be an AED in every field check, every crew chief's pack, because they sell those portable ones.
Yeah.
Problem is, they're like $1,500 a piece.
Well, I was thinking
like
no, maybe not necessarily in a backpack, but basically in everyone's truck.
Sure, in the truck if you're not too far away,
Yeah.
but when you need an AED, there's no time to go back to the truck.
That's true.
You know, I mean, if somebody falls down, the whole point of the AED, a good one,
Yeah.
is not necessarily to shock someone, but to evaluate someone. So you put the AED on them. You know, you put they've got a patch that goes down over here and one that goes down on the chest.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so it can run the shock through you. But what it's doing is analyzing the heart rhythm. So it's saying, you know, it'll tell you to do CPR, you know, or it'll be like, hey, this guy needs a shock, you know, so the AED does the analysis and tells you what to do. And the nice thing about that is for people who are, I mean, you're in a high pressure situation, your buddy or somebody you know just collapsed and you're like, what the fuck, are they going to die if I don't do something?
Maybe.
Yeah. And the comforting thing is, you know, you've got this AED sitting there, which is kind of like an authority saying, almost taking it out of your hands and saying, you know, mentally. And I think that's good for people. And it says, listen, I'm taking over. This is what you need to do. That's basically what the E does. And I think if you set it up right and you know how to use it, that it can be a comforting thing to people. At least for me, that's how I think about it. Like, I don't know, like if you were to fall down right now, like obviously I'm going to call 911, but is it right for me to do, you know, CPR on you right now if you're not breathing or responding? Is it, you know,
Maybe.
I mean, I'm probably going to try that, but if I was able to just, you know, rip off your sweatshirt and hook up an AED and the AED says, yes, do CPR, then I'll feel more confident about doing that.
That's interesting that it works out the heart rate. So wait, so do they have apps for like smartwatches?
No, it's all self-contained in the AED unit.
Interesting, because I feel like that would be handy to like build it. Because I know that Fitbit supposedly tracks like various like physical, you know, health cycles.
Well, your Apple Watch and I think most devices these days you can set. You didn't used to be able to do this with Apple Watch. You can check your heart rate at any time. Yeah. But you can set an unsafe limit for yourself. Like wherever, like if you're not doing a workout. And your heart rate reaches this, it'll alert you that you have an accelerated heart rate. Or you have an atypical heart rate. It'll also sense that. You know, like it's also it's sensing you're in defib or something like that, or you've got something weird going on with your heart. You know, it'll pick that up and it'll alert you. So, but you can set some of those thresholds. Like I think mine is set at like 120 or something like that. Like if my heart rate hits 120 because I'm just sitting here, I've got a problem, right? My heart rate shouldn't be 120 when I'm just sitting here. But if I do a workout, my heart rate's always between like 150 and like 180 or so. You know, I mean, typically I stick around like 160, I think, for my workouts.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go higher than that if I'm like, especially I'm on the treadmill or something like that, and I'm at the end of like a long run segment. This body does not handle running well, so I get, you know, I get a high heart rate when I'm really kicking it. And if I notice my heart rate getting up around 170, 180, I never let it get higher than that.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't.
Interesting.
Then I'll bring the speed back down, you know, and I'll slow down a little bit. But anyway,
that's interesting.
My watch will not alert me because I'm doing a workout.
Oh.
You know, so but if I'm not doing a workout and my heart rate goes over, like I said, 120 or wherever I've got it set at, then that happens. I've got a friend who's I think he's 86. Yeah. He's like competition motorcycle racer in the past. Ooh. Still rides his like Ducati motorcycle around town. And he's got automatic defibrillator installed in his chest. That happened like a year and a half ago. Yeah. And he had to get his smartwatch is, I think it's a Fitbit version, and his alerts him when his heart rate goes over 85.
Really?
Yeah, because if his heart rate goes over 85 for too long, his defibrillator starts activating, and if it goes too high, it'll shock him internally.
Oh, wait, I have heard of that.
And then they're like, so he has to kind of keep the speed down on his motorcycle because when he's really on his motorcycle, his heart rate just accelerates normally. So now he can't really like go fast anymore because he used to just, you know, get on the highway and do 150 miles an hour like a maniac. But, and this was like when he was in his early 80s, back when he was a young man, right?
He's one of those people.
He's insane, dude. He's totally insane. But yeah, so when his heart rate gets too high, his thing alerts him. So because it's real serious for him, because if it gets too high, like I said, his defib will just fucking shock him. And if it shocks him while he's driving or on his motorcycle, he's going to crash.
Yeah.
You know? So because you don't have to be passed out to get shocked. It shocks your heart back into a normal rhythm. Yeah. So.
You know what's interesting? Because I've been looking up, like I've been really studying, like I really have been studying hard on these smartwatches. And one of the things I didn't realize until I was reading some of their reviews, the fact that Fitbits and Apple Watches and whatnot, they use a sampling method to determine your heart rate.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize is different because, you know, years and years ago I got a Timex that had a little strap that goes around your chest.
Yeah.
And that's like a real-time sampling. And I used to use it a lot, but then it stopped. It kept like, because like you were talking about, I don't let my heartbeat go X above. Well, it kept doing that to me, and I'm like, screw that. I want to go faster.
Yeah.
So I just started leaving it at home because literally it would just like be beeping at me 3/4 of my, like through 3/4 of my workout.
I mean, that's, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, most of these, I mean, you can actually hook up via Bluetooth. Hold on a second here.
Well, the thing is, most of them have like attachments, like, chest strap attachments that they sell.
Yeah.
Like the Fitbit and the Garmin do.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You can hook those up to your Apple Watch, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can Bluetooth them straight to your Apple Watch. It might actually Bluetooth to the phone. I'm not actually sure, but you can hook them in. Yeah, no, those aren't cheap. But I don't find that it's necessary unless you need like really, really, really solid metrics. Yeah. Like the Apple Watch, it's got four sensors on the bottom.
Oh, you should probably show them.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even see that, but 4 sensors on the bottom.
Oh, they can.
And so these actually shine. They do different things, and I'm not even going to pretend I know exactly how all of it works, but I know part of one of these is a green light, and this light shines really bright into your skin.
And they've all got that.
Yeah, and that's how it checks your heart rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically looking, shining light into your blood.
Interesting.
Figuring it out that way. But see, I don't know what the rate is right now, but when you're when your watch is just like, mine's in like normal mode right now, it's not doing anything, but it's checking my heart rate like once every 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
And then cataloging that, so I can go look back at my historical heart rate data. Yeah. But if I'm running a workout, it's checking it constantly, and that's why running a workout takes your battery down. So.
Oh man, that's kind of like my Timex, the one that is currently sitting not working.
Yeah.
Because I have one of the early ones, and supposedly, according to the manual, it uses a giant lithium battery. It's supposed to last 2 freaking years. Yeah. But I only get like barely a little over a year out of it.
Yeah, it's probably average use, and you're probably above average user.
And and it's a real hassle to get a new battery in it. Yeah. Which is the other reason I was looking at one of these Fitbits, because it's like just being able to just charge it. Yeah. And not have to like do the stupid like bring it in and then, because like literally I've had some people like refuse to work on it. They're like, no, we're not gonna like put a new battery in. I'm like, screw you. Right. Plus it's $40 a pop, and it's like at that rate, my God, I actually could have bought a Fitbit if I had known about Fitbits like years ago when I bought it. Yeah. Because when I say it's like literally was the very first GPS enabled heart rate monitor watch. Mm-hmm. And the watch itself is small, but all the accessories are huge. Yeah. Like the GPS, like it's like, I know you use the Garmin, like the Trimble like add-on for the phones or for the tablets. Yeah. It's the same size. Yeah. And you're supposed to strap it on your arm. I mean, it's very accurate.
I'm sure it is.
But it's like because I remember comparing that back in between my phone and that thing, and I realized that my phone isn't as accurate. It's like, am I really going to care about like a 10th, like 20th of a mile? Right.
Yeah, how accurate does it need to be? Really? Yeah, that's the big question. It's like hiking with this watch. When we go out of cell service or something like that, it's got its own GPS. Yeah. Very inaccurate GPS. Really? I mean, it's, just like a handheld Garmin or less, right? Mm. And then when it's like hanging down at your side, it sometimes you're going around mountains and stuff, it'll just bounce all over the place. But in the end, do I really care? Like, I'm really just recording the time. basic distance, kind of a map.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, what do I care about? Just
And I assume it's got like compass or whatever if you need it.
it's got all that stuff if you need it. Yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
if you need it. So I do have to say, for the first time ever, I think, on this show.
Yeah.
Probably because I was just texting him and told him that I couldn't call right now. But my dad, Steve Webster, just joined. So hi, happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah. Hello there.
Yeah. We're pretty close to the end of the show, I think.
We are.
Yeah, we should be coming up on an hour, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
So, but anyway, yeah. So, wow, we really covered a lot of stuff in this one.
Although I feel like we talked mostly about watches, mostly because that's what I've been thinking about this week. Because like,
Right.
I mean, I feel like when I'm in the field season, like I am right now, most
Yeah.
of what I think about is basically maintaining or getting back or, like using field gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've been also. I mean, we could have talked about steel toe boots.
I know. I know.
Cause I have my steel toes, but they're so worn out that like you can actually seal a steel cap now.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, man, I wonder if the mine is going to allow that, or if they're going to make me. Because I have two pairs, but generally, one of them, I like to have like, switch out every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know some people like they have one pair of boots, and that's gross to me.
Right. Right. Yep. I mean, if you have like inserts, something like that. I mean, if you change your socks every day, that's not too bad. Spray them down.
And,
Yeah. Anyway, I think we've had a pretty rough schedule the last few months, but if I'm not mistaken, if you're going to be here next week, I think we'll be here next Sunday.
yeah, we will be.
Okay.
Although, man, I keep hoping I'm not going to be.
Yeah, let's hope Richie's not here next Sunday, which means he's got work. So,
Although
yeah.
I do have a dentist appointment Wednesday, so I can't start Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, future employers, Richie can't start Wednesday, so, but he can start the week after that. So,
that
yeah.
makes me wonder though. Like, so you go every 6 months to your dentist?
Well, it's for cleaning, yeah, but I've been getting some slow work done as I could afford it lately. I don't have dental insurance, so I've got to pay for it out of pocket.
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
So how did your dentist miss that thing? Not that they know what we're talking about.
Well, I had a crown come off like a month and a half ago, and he just wasn't looking for it. There was something forming under the crown, like it just wasn't taking. It was 2 years ago, and he'd taken X-rays for some other stuff that I'd had done, not just cleanings, but some other stuff that I'd had done, some periodic things. And when you're only looking in one certain area, you're not looking at the rest of the mouth. So and it was really faint. I mean, I didn't notice it until he pointed it out. But he's like, sometimes it reminded him that. And this is good to know for archaeology and everything you're doing. Sometimes, man, we get on sites and we're like, this is mostly historic mining material out here, and then so our brains are looking for cans and glass, right?
Yeah.
And we're looking for stuff like that, but you look right over the projectile point that you just walked over, because you weren't looking for it.
Sure.
Or if you're looking for obsidian and all of a sudden there's, or you're looking for chert,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden there's obsidian there, and you just like, I don't know. It just doesn't pop out at you sometimes.
Or alternatively, you're a company that only specializes in prehistorics, and so suddenly you have a site that has 2 site numbers.
Yeah, which is weird. How can a company specialize in prehistorics? I mean, they get what they get.
You'd be surprised. Like I remember
know.
Far Western was doing that on the Ruby Pipeline. They had I forgot who it was. I think it might have been Summit doing the historics, and they were doing the prehistorics. But it's like, then you have 2 numbers.
So stupid.
And how many times have you done a record search for an area and you're like, how can this site have 2 numbers?
I know. Pretty much all the time. Yeah. Record keeping in archaeology is one of the worst things in our entire field. Yeah.
Although that might improve. I actually did download whatchamacallit.
Yeah. WildNote?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait, you can see that?
Huh? No, I know what you were talking about.
Oh good. All right.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, man, as soon as you can make all the databases searchable.
I know. So,
Wow, we have 7 people watching?
apparently, yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh my god. Pretty soon we'll have double digits.
I know. So, well, anyway, thanks a lot for joining us this week. Like I said, we'll probably be back around between 11 and 11:30 Pacific time next week on Sunday.
Well, true.
And,
Depends on how late I've been out on a Saturday night.
Yeah, and it depends on if I don't die driving back from Hawthorne, Nevada either. I got to spend all day in Hawthorne, Nevada on Saturday. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't want to do
Civil
it.
Air Patrol?
Yeah, it's our yearly thing that we do. But
I thought you were just there.
well, we do it actually in February and we do it in June.
Oh.
Yeah, so we meet 3 times a year. The 3rd time is in October. That's our annual wing conference. So everybody goes to that. But yeah, this is the June one, so we got to go down there. I usually spend the night, but I'm not spending the night. I'm leaving. So, and Lisa says, "Thanks for entertaining me. Maybe we want to go back in the field." Great,
Yeah.
perfect.
Hey,
Great,
Lisa.
great tech advice, which is appreciated. I love it.
But you know what's interesting? Like, I don't know, is there anything weird going on or in Rio? Because, like, I've been noticing military aircraft have been flying, like, extra low and all around town.
Sometimes they just need to practice and do that. The C-130s.
Well,
Yeah,
them
they did
too.
it yesterday quite a bit.
Yeah, but then also I forgot the twin rotor, like, heavy lift helicopter with the drop down the back.
The Chinook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was like at that I was at that Shakespeare show the other day.
Yeah.
And literally it was flying so low you could practically wave the pilots.
Now, summertime is a great time for them to do all that training because it's good weather. So, you know.
But in town?
Well, that's where the base is. So,
Interesting.
you know, the base is at Reno Tahoe International. So where else are they gonna fly? You
Really?
know? Though they take the planes out into the you know, into the BLM land and they do stuff out there, but yeah, when they come back, they got to practice their landings and do different things and stuff. So.
Interesting. I did
yeah.
not know that.
Well, Reno's not a very busy airport either, so it's convenient for them to do that here. They'd never get away with that at like San Francisco or something. You know?
Interesting, because I normally associate the stuff with like Fallon or something.
Yeah, well, that's Navy. This is Air National Guard.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah, it's Air Force.
Uh-oh, I probably just offended people.
I know, right? So,
Especially like people who like, what was it? What's that movie? Top Gun?
what's
Be
that
filming
movie?
there?
Top Gun? Come on. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
Richie and I are going to go watch Top Gun, so he doesn't have to say what's that movie ever done. Yeah.
Interesting, but he would have retired out of that? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, well, so interesting. Makes me want, now that I'm thinking about it, what would he have done? What would he be doing in the second movie?
If Tom Cruise is in Top Gun 2,
Yeah.
like I said, he's probably. I mean, he would be like an admiral or something, or if he retired. A lot of people go into the commercial aviation, you know, or something like that, or they're doing some other kind of flying. So, you know, he's probably not flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit like they suggested he would be doing.
Interesting.
You know, but maybe he is. Who
Oh,
knows?
that's a perfect way to end it. All right.
All right.
See you guys.
See you guys. Thanks a lot.
Oh, wait. And